What do you think of when you hear the word fun? Maybe you think of going out to lunch with friends, seeing a rom-com in theaters, surprise cupcakes at lunch, or even just doing the New York Times mini crossword puzzle. What I think of when I hear the word fun, and probably not what you think of, is this. Yes, that is me. And although I look barely alive, this is the moment that I think of when I hear the word fun. I was about a quarter of the way into summiting Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and I look halfway in the grave because I truly felt like it. We had woken up at 2 a.m. to hike in the dark. The temperatures were on the brink of negatives, and my head was pounding so loudly from altitude compression I could barely hear the people around me. So, you may be questioning my sanity when I bring up this picture. However, the psychological reasoning behind it is exactly what I'm here to explain today. Hi, my name is Lucy Duttenhofer, and over the past 3 years, I've learned how to find the joy in being miserable, and loved every minute of it. Once again, that may sound like a somewhat concerning sentence to you, but the phenomenon occurs when I experience something that's commonly referred to as type 2 fun. Type 2 fun became popular about 15 years ago when climber Matt Sannett posted it in his climbing dictionary. And since then, an even sort of fun scale has been widely accepted by all outdoor enthusiasts. Type 2 fun is an umbrella term for any activity that occurs outdoors that is actually not fun while you're experiencing it, but ends up being one of the most rewarding experiences of your life once it's done. Although you may not realize it, you've all probably experienced some sort of type 2 fun. It ranges from things like ultramarathons and long-distance grueling hikes to running up the stairs, taking a really difficult test, or just jumping in an ice bath. After your waves of nausea, tears, maybe droplets of blood, your memory just sort of erases all the really bad parts of the experience, and when asked again, of course you do it. At this moment in time, you're probably expecting me to insert some sort of scientific reasoning into why our brains are hardwired to enjoy type 2 fun, why it exists, or why people do it. But I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to show you this, which is another photo of me looking pretty joyless. Because in truth, the term was brought to life just to explain a call to the wild. And I chose to explore this topic because I think it's imperative that everyone tries at least one form of type 2 fun once in their lives. And at the risk of sounding somewhat cliche, I truly believe it is the key to happiness. I first heard the term about 3 years ago from a whitewater rafting guide in Alaska, and since then I've tried to put myself in every miserable experience that I can. Because here's the secret. Once you learn how to laugh in a miserable moment, no other type of joy can compare. And since then, and every time that I've experienced some form of type 2 fun, I've learned 3 main things. Number 1, resiliency. Physical challenges have fortified my mental strength. My conscience now chants, you can do this, when I'm faced with a challenge instead of panicking or wallowing. And as a result, I've learned to push myself in other facets of my life, whether that be academically or socially. I've learned how to brush off the scrapes, bruises, and tears and keep steamrolling ahead, because resiliency is the key to growth. Number 2, a sense of accomplishment. Obviously, this one seems obvious, but I still think it's very important. Every time that I've experienced a harrowing, challenging, disturbing, downright miserable moment and come out of it with a smile on my face, that is a win that no one can take from me, because I wanted to make it happen and I did. And that inner satisfaction is so fulfilling that the mental high lasts for weeks. The fact that nobody can take my wins from me is mental security that is very imperative to growing and to challenging yourself every single day. And lastly, perspective. Every single experience that I've had outdoors has taught me something new about myself, whether that be my strengths, my weaknesses, what makes me laugh, what makes me cry, yada, 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 the list goes on. And now I make a conscious effort to tap into my second personality, the one that I found in the outdoors that seeks out just the pure joy of every single moment. The one that used rainbow band-aids to cover up my blisters, or the ones that made me dance in the rain even though my clothes were soaked through for the next week, or the one that sang the only line of the song Break My Stride that I could remember over and over and over again in the dark hours of a summit attempt. I've learned that I have the power over my outlook, and any experience that I have can be a positive one as long as I want it to be. I've also learned that I should be appreciating when things are going well, like the simple joy of using deodorant without the fear of a bear tracking me down. To wrap up, I'd like to share this quote with you from Yvonne Chenard. The word adventure has gotten overused. For me, when everything goes wrong, that's when the adventure begins. I really love this quote because I think it encapsulates everything that type 2 fun is. And also, it implores me to continue seeing the potential of every situation. So, as you leave here, I encourage you to take those words and this talk as inspiration. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations and learn how to be comfortable in them. Adapt, experience, live in the moment. Find the small things that make you smile even when you feel like giving up. Because the minute that you do, you'll find and feel the joy in being miserable. Thank you.